Alright everyone, the fix is indeed in. Of course, yesterday you got the big news that the FBI was searching at Rehoboth Beach home of Joe Biden. Ooh, really spooky stuff. See, they're treating him exactly like they treated Trump by searching his property. I would note a number of differences here. Number one, the FBI casually waited and did nothing while Biden's attorneys were allowed to review what papers were and were not there. Didn't give such deference to Trump now, did they? Secondly, of course, some of that material couldn't legitimately be declassified. You have an active crime scene there, and mysteriously the FBI waited until it was supposedly invited by Biden's people, that's his terminology, not mine, invited to search the premises, after other people had gone through everything on the premises for a number of weeks. Is that not a little bit on the fishy side? May I please rhetorically ask, what the fuck is going on here? Of course the FBI found no additional classified documents. Every square inch of the house has already been gone through and sanitized. Anything truly incriminating, I would think, potentially could have been lifted and not reported, by the way. How do we know? Other than, well, you like Biden, you trust him because he's the president or some shit like that, and it's not even him doing it, of course, it's his attorneys, who can be sleazebags. You are aware that there are sleazebag attorneys out there. Is it not within the realm of possibility? And certainly the FBI under its own legal auspices would have to consider the possibility that the people that were going through the home were deliberately removing the truly incriminating shit and leaving behind only things that were like token, they were trinkets, meaningless things. Oh, this is classified, but what's classified here? It's the design of toilets, U-bends on nuclear subs or something like that. Well, that's top secret, clearly. I see a bunch of cope in favor of Biden here, which they don't extend to Trump in their coverage, you'll notice, about the concept of overclassification. Now, I would agree, the specific diameter of the lug nuts that are used on some engine in an armored vehicle probably doesn't need to be top secret. Maybe just sensitive material. You know, you don't want your enemy copying your lug nuts because they're so effective and so superior to every other lug nut in the world. That is a problem. But we don't even know what these documents pertain to. These could be top secret primo shit. Or it could be that those documents were there, they were shuttled out by the attorneys, they've taken them and moved them to a secure location, and the only documents that they reported are the ones that are meaningless, that Biden won't really face any problems for. The average person out there will not care if they go through these documents and find that there's low-level classified shit. It details, a conversation between Biden and some third world, ambassador or something. That's interesting, it's classified, but it's not interesting enough that people really care about it. This is all a facade. This is all a goddamn act. If the FBI was really intent upon finding anything, they would have marched in immediately. They would have gone to the home almost instantaneously. Look, the rubber stamping warrant procedure for the FBI is so cut and dry, so quick and simple, they can nail you in hours. This is what they did with Roger Stone and Giuliani. They didn't need to wait for several weeks, and apparently, again, this is the mysterious part that everyone's overlooking, get invited to search the property. So after the people have already gone through everything on the property, then they invite the FBI in, and the FBI is not raising an issue with the way in which this particularly progressed? They don't find that to be problematic at all? Who else in fucking U.S. history has been given that degree of latitude by the Federal Bureau of Investigation? Well, we know, because it's been disclosed publicly, that a crime potentially was committed here. Nobody even argues with the potential for that to be the case. But instead of getting a warrant, when supposedly a single classified document laying out in the open, regardless of what it's about, endangers national security, I heard that from the legacy media a lot during the Mar-a-Lago raid period. I noticed that I don't hear it so much anymore now. Supposedly, it's really high-level danger to the nation. It could be nuclear secrets. It could be, it could be about nuclear sub-toilets. That would be really terrible if the Chinese got a hold of that. Why did the FBI then fucking wait until it was invited to go and see the property? Name another instance in which this has been the case. The FBI says, well, it's not so pressing. We've got other things that we've got to do. And so they don't even bother to search the property until they're explicitly told that the other party wants them to search the property. And then Biden tries to take the win by saying, see, I'm so innocent that I invited them in. I commanded the FBI to search the property. Yes, but you had weeks to sanitize it. If you were doing something shady, and the assumption is that's possible, the FBI generally makes that assumption about literally every other potential perp under the sun. Apparently Biden is accepted. Then of course, if you have time to go through everything yourself with your own paid legal staff, and potentially they're sleazebags and they're willing to help you out by removing anything truly incriminating and not reporting it to the FBI, yeah, okay, nobody found anything. Of course you were willing to invite them in. That's not a win for you. That's like saying that you want to prove to somebody how clean your house is. Your house is a goddamn mess, but you wait several weeks and clean everything up, and then you invite them in. Oh, you're such a tidy person. No, you're not. You're a fucking slob. You just decided to put an effort to impress somebody. That's basically the equivalent of what we're seeing here. This is absolute shenanigans, and the legacy media is actually running with the story. Again, the second that the FBI showed up, they all had headline news up. When that happens, it speaks to coordination on a significant level. That's because Biden wanted them. They're doing this for Biden, effectively. It's mysterious because at times it looks like they're trying to throw him under the bus, but then they decided to ask cover for him in this particular case. Not sure that it saves him in the end, but I guess it makes them look good. They got the call from the big guy who gets his 10%, and he did the thing that he's doing every day with economic news through CNN and saying, look, spin this for me. Hey, the FBI will be here in a couple of hours. Make sure the news van is there. You might want to type up the article, hey, they found nothing, because it's preordained that that will be exactly what the article should be about. Looking at the article dating, are there any that predate the FBI's announcement of finding nothing? Because there might very well be, considering the level of shenanigans we're on here. Totally normal. Yeah, we didn't do anything they invited us to the property. We didn't seek to review the property. We didn't immediately injunct his legal team and everyone else from accessing the home because it could potentially be an active crime scene. No, there's no need to do that. We trust the big guy. Meanwhile, framed portraits of Trump and Time magazine covers and shit like that in Melania's underwear drawer were confiscated by the FBI, despite the fact that Trump had his documents in a secure location in coordination with the goddamn intel agencies. They knew about it for an extended period and had no problem whatsoever because it was clear they were legally his. But with Biden, the documents are not clearly legally his. He wasn't president at the time that he took them. These are years-old documents. Same is true of Mike Pence. You'll notice that story was swept under the rug fairly quickly. This is extremely strange and abnormal behavior by the FBI, and the timing is not coincidental with the legacy media canvassing of the story. That means I declare it to be shenanigans. This is propaganda. What you are seeing is a carefully crafted narrative that involves all said parties and the Bidens, by the way. That's about all. Peace out.